All right, single leg cycling. As the name indicates, it is cycling with just one leg at a time, and you'll do that for, extended bouts. So the intensity for this is all out. It's all out for a specific amount of time, which means it's not technically maximal, but it's as high intensity as it can be for the amount of time that you're working. So typically we would do this for 3 to 4 minutes per side. And then the frequency of contraction is going to be high. So depending on the exercise that we use, it could be a reverse lunge, which might put you at 30 repetitions per minute, or actually cycling on a bike at 80 to 100 revolutions per minute. So it's relatively high for the contraction time or frequency of contraction. And then the rest time is pretty long per leg, because while one leg is working, the other leg is not working. So it'll end up being about 1 to 2 work to rest. So we're working for 1 minute, and then we take a little bit of a break, and then we work the other leg, and then we take a little bit of a break, then we flip back to the first leg. So this method is really unique, and one of the things that you should understand, just to understand this, why you would do this method, is we can take from, we'll say, a squat. Like if you squat with both legs, you'll have, let's say you could lift 100 pounds. Typically, someone who could lift 100 pounds with both legs can lift more than half of that if they're lifting with just one leg. So that's called a bilateral strength deficit. And so what ends up happening is if you work just one leg at a time, you can work harder than if you were working both legs at a time. And that ends up allowing you to get a lot more blood into one leg at a time. So that's one of the things that we think is a stimulus for change or adaptation from this method, is that there's so much more blood in the blood vessels in that leg that shear stress on blood vessel walls causes some adaptations that are really good for you. And I won't go into the science of what's happening, but that's why we do this method, is to get an aerobic adaptation that it's almost like super maximal intervals. Like we're training above what this leg could normally do if it were in any kind of a normal situation, and that super maximal effort causes a significant adaptation.